You are now listening to Rich Rants and Real Shit, hosted by Rich Really Out Here.
Alright, it's the moment we all been waiting for. It's your boy Richard, aka Ronnie D, aka Puerto Rican Ronnie, aka Brownskin and Bobby, aka Bobby Booty. You already know what the fuck going on. I feel like I missed one, but I think I got them all. Today is episode 10. I've been trying to do this for a minute. I think we did this like 3 episodes ago. It was supposed to be 7, but whatever. This is the podcast about could you date someone who has a kid? And I have a panel of guests here. I'll go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm a single mother of 2 kids. And I'm Alexia.
Oh, wait. AKA?
Leslie.
Okay.
I'm not cool, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, Batgirl. That's what everybody calls me.
Okay.
Batgirl.
Yeah.
Hello.
Your name is?
Alexia, single, no kids. Oh, well, no.
Wait, she said she's single. Oh my god. She just came here saying she had a man. Wow. Look how quick they turned
full-blown
on you.
relationship, no kids, aka Blondie.
Wow, all of a sudden. But she's black for anybody that's listening and not watching. She's black. Aya.
Aya.
AKA?
Aya.
Yeah, I thought you
That's
had
right.
A to the motherfucking.
I do like that. A to the motherfucking.
There you go.
I like that.
So, I was gonna say I don't remember how this one started, but it kind of became a topic because I had met this girl. Okay, this real pretty girl I came to my hotel. She was from Belgium. She looked like she was real young, but she was 31. She was a model. She was fine. She was like 6 feet tall. She was bomb. So in the course of getting to know her, found out she had a kid. She had like an 11-month-old son.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baby.
But she was bad. So I knew she was just visiting. Like, wasn't nothing gonna happen. Like, she wasn't gonna move to LA to like pursue modeling or whatever. But if she would have, ain't no telling what would have happened. But anyways, I was like thinking to myself, like, dang, this girl fine as hell, and I vibe with her, and it's hard to get a girl in LA. I feel like, so this one I'm really vibing with. If she moved out here, could I date her because she got a kid, and I'm not used to, I'm not used to kids and stuff. I like kids, but not on the regular.
Yeah, kids aren't
It's
for everybody.
different.
It's
So
tough.
I was just having a conversation with myself, and I think some other people of could you date someone who has a kid, and my answer right now is no, because my dating resume isn't that seasoned to where I've dealt with enough girls on a regular, like with no kids on a regular level. So just to hop in a relationship with a girl who got a kid, it's a lot that come with that, because it's like, if I just wanted to come through on like Friday night, it's like, oh, I gotta get somebody to watch the kid, or oh, my kid's sick, oh, I gotta help him with his homework. There's a lot of stuff hindering us from getting to where we need to be faster,
That's true.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, I can't right now, but I'll let you guys speak on that a little bit, because you got 2 kids, so how is it dating with kids?
Honestly, it's tough. I've dated maybe like 1 person in a relationship after my kid's dad.
How old are they?
My daughter just turned 3 and my son's about to be 4. They're Irish twins, so right now they're both 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
So you said what, the Irish?
Irish twins. They were born within a year of each other, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Does that mean one of them was born in 1 year and the other one was born?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
say same birthday.
I was just trying to catch you.
Same month.
Oh, same
So
month?
yeah,
Okay.
for 90 out of the year they're the same age. Right now they're both 3.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's me.
Oh, I was looking at her. Like, what is
No,
that?
it's over there.
Where is
in
it?
my wallet. Just lift the little
Okay, so,
it's tough. If somebody else has kids, I gotta make sure that they're not the same like my baby daddy, because those are red flags that I'm like, if you're not involved with your kids, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are guys like that want to be perfect stepdaddies, but they don't take care of their own kid. And I'm just like, nah.
Is that what he did to you?
Yeah, my kid's dad was like, he has kids, so I was kind of stupid. I'm baby mama number 3.
Oh, he already had kids when you got these.
Yeah. So I'm baby mama number 3. I gave him 3 and 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, he made it seem like they were the issue, because I was, no kids, dating a guy with kids, and after you get to know somebody, you're like, how is it that you had the issues of 1, 2, and 3?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, something's gotta go. So
Yeah.
now, when I date people, it's kind of iffy, because, see, me personally, bringing new people around my kids, I was abused as a child, so I don't trust strangers so much.
Yeah.
And I find it weird if I just met you and you're like, hey, let's take your kids to the park.
Oh,
I'm just like,
yeah.
what's weird? What's wrong with you? You don't know me. Why do you want to hang out with my kids?
Mm-hmm.
That's just me on dating. So I kind of separate my kids and my dating life. Like,
So you dated somebody for a while before you actually left.
bring them around my kids.
How long?
I'd say maybe at least a year.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, just because kids get attached. I've seen issues where the moms are with the guys like 3-4 years, and then the kids get attached, and then they break up, and it's just like, oh, well, where is he?
Yeah,
He's
but
been there forever.
over 3 or 4 years, you would. That's natural to get accepted to somebody, but to make them wait a year, I feel like it's going. And the dude's head's gonna be like, dang, like it's like a wall they gotta try to break down. It's like you ain't let me know you and your whole, everything about you because I can't even meet your kids.
Well, I gotta make
A
sure.
year though?
Yeah, I gotta
That's a
make
big
sure they're
step.
serious because, like I said, it's I bring you in on my kids
Mhm.
after we've dated 4 months and
Mhm.
8 months. 4 months later, we made it to 8 months, and then okay, well things didn't work out, and then my kids already kind of used to you. How do I explain that? Like I already gotta explain when they ask, "Hey mom, where's dad?" And I'm like, And not to explain where another male is, like I don't want to give them that example. At least because I have a daughter, not just a son, so I don't want to give her that image of mom was always with different men, so it's okay for me to do it.
I think in this day and age, that's a safe number.
Yeah,
Is a year.
at least a year.
Because
You don't really know anybody. Well, and then to bring your kids, like I'm sorry, I will go to jail for my babies. Like
So
I can understand taking time
Yeah.
before you introduce it, but a year seems.
that's a long time. Like I really feel like you ain't letting me know.
Because
I need to know the kids.
Because when that year happens, that relationship is going to change.
Yeah.
Because when you go from dating, like I'm married, my wife, when we met, not when we met, when we started dating, she had a son, but we have 2 kids together now. But the relationship you have, when you're just dating with just one person, it's a whole nother relationship.
When you add them kids.
When you add the kids, because just like when you introduce someone to your relationship, you're gonna go to the movies all four, you know what I mean? Everybody together. That's a different experience that maybe some guys they probably can or can't handle. It's
yeah, definitely.
You gotta keep the kids safe, so you gotta. But that's the hard. I think that's a great.
It's a gray line. I think it's harder for mothers, at least in my opinion, than a dad, because mothers have the kids 24/7.
And it's a lot more put on.
More pressure,
moms to handle and take care of the kids than you.
I also think you should know how serious you want to be with somebody before a year. Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't think it should take that long
that's
to know how serious you want to be, take it with somebody.
And then, like, say if you wait till a year to finally introduce them to the kids, and then the year pop off, and then the kids don't like the boy anyway, the dude anyway. Then what? Like you don't waste. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say you wait till the year, but then you gotta force your kids to like this dude because you already in love with him.
You can't force kids to like.
No.
Well, you have to, but you gotta just tell them like, hey, he gonna be around, so I don't know what y'all gonna do.
See, that's the thing about one of the other issues when you date with the kid, like.
Your kids gotta mesh with that other
it's
person.
a whole nother. There's no such thing as dating the mom. I don't like the kids.
Okay, so if you dated him only for a year, he never met your kids, and then they meet and they don't like each other, what do you do? That's what I'm saying. Like you have to, like you're not gonna.
I know. I see your point. Like it'd be tough, but like I said, my reasoning is whole like it's just a whole separate issue behind it. I just want to keep them safe, and maybe it's because I haven't really met anybody that I feel like something can pop off here. Like I just see people, I'm just like, nah, I can kind of gauge where they're going, so I don't even bother.
Yeah, that's true. That's
really,
a big part of it.
Because
when you meet somebody.
You can tell if they're gonna be interested in being around kids, and if they just want something for right now too. So
I think it's harder also to incorporate another person, like a dad role or a mom role, when they're older. I think it's easier when they're younger.
it is definitely because they do get used to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like a catch-22.
Yeah.
In my eyes, like.
Yeah, I think that is true. I think it's way easier because I know it would probably been. It seems like 10 times harder when I started dating my wife, she had an 11-year-old versus having when it's 2 years old, like late.
Well, tell the story of it, because when you met her, you said she didn't have when y'all first met.
We met in college. We met in college when I first started. We were cool friends. She was a homegirl. We was always friends. Like we kept in touch, and then we're actually really good friends. But you drift off back and forth, and you always touch down on the call, like, hey, how's it been? And link up. Her, after a few years, her mother ended up actually moving across the street from my dad. And then I think when I was over there one time, and that's when we linked up, and this time she had a son.
How old was he?
He's probably 1.5 or over 1.5, maybe 1, about that. And I remember child's father, they weren't together. Like after, when she got pregnant, she tried to, it was an ex-boyfriend that, you know, just random thing happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so she said she never wanted to be in a relationship with him. So she tried to make it work for 6 months, but she couldn't do it because that's really not what she wanted.
Yeah.
So, you know, so she was raising the baby, single mom, and with the family. So that's kind of, and when we started kicking it, when I saw her across from my dad's house, it was like kind of, you know, you strike up a whole friendship. And then you just realize, I always kind of liked her. I always liked her. She was always beautiful. She was always really nice. But that was just the right time, I guess.
The right timing for both of you. See, the thing is, you guys already knew each other.
Yeah,
so she already had something to go by. Like, if this is a complete stranger to me, like, I don't know much about you.
That's the difference, too.
That's
Is that
difference
the comfort level probably with me was completely different because she already had a lot of history together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's why you say the year's time because, you know, people, I see people lie for years.
Definitely.
People confront me, just like you talked about, you just moved in. I know people who, not saying that's your case, but you don't know anybody until you know them. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't know you were that crazy. Or I didn't know you were that nice. You know, you like somebody does something. However, I saw one of my buddies give a homeless person $50. And like I gave homeless people money, but I was like,
I know
$50.
I'm rich, and it was just like, oh, someone told me I had to give it to him. I was like, oh, I didn't know you like I
I
did.
know you, yeah.
Like, so vice versa with people. So I think that's why you want to protect them.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so hard to, you know, have a relationship when you have kids or build a relationship.
So you was with her or whatever. You was with her in the beginning, and then y'all ended up getting together officially, right?
Yeah, once we linked up, after she had we've been together since then. Yeah, like period of little breakups, but we've been together then 6 years.
Y'all married.
That's awesome.
Was it hard for you in the beginning to accept that she had a kid before you guys?
It wasn't hard to accept that she had a kid, but I'll say that one of the things that you have to accept, or not even accept, is just the way it is that you're not number one.
A lot of people have an issue with that, yeah.
And it's harder. That's why it would probably be easier if I always thought like before at that time, like if I had a kid, then I kind of would not feel slighted by it because I know you're not number one. My child's number one, and I'm not number one because it always in the beginning. I can say maybe we just had to mature and grow, get past the point where not see life that way. But it felt like, you know, you're my number one priority. Like if anything happens, I'm gonna drop. But it's not vice versa. But then you think she's got friends who have kids who their kid ain't number one. When they get in a relationship, that relationship is number one. Yeah. And you see it, but I wouldn't want to be with a woman who has a kid
in the back burner too.
in the back burner to me. So that was like the double-edged sword to it because if she treated me like number one and put the baby on the back burner, you're like, yo, that's not the baby I'm trying to build my life with.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, like not having kids and looking at, maybe dating somebody that has a kid, I think that would kind of be a little hard. A little hard to like accept
not being
like,
number one.
Not being number one.
Yeah.
And like that person has already shared that life experience, which is very with somebody else.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to experience that with.
Some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle being second to everything.
Yeah.
And I think for the right person, like if they were worth it, I could. But usually, if somebody has a kid, it would usually turn me that way. Like it's kind of
because I was gonna say, how would you even know? Like you meet them and they say, oh yeah, you know, my name is you don't know what to do. my name is Paul, and my name is Paul, and I got a kid. You just go like, oh, okay, well, you can take my number, and then you're just gonna ghost him or whatever because you won't know if he's worth it because you never gave him a shot because the kid was like, oh, that's a turn off.
But even though like you kind of know, everybody has bullshit that they say. Look, I'm not dating anybody. You don't make this much money. You don't. His hair not like this. You don't. And then but then they meet that one person that's like, I don't care if you live with his mom. He's so
the exception to the rule.
Because before my wife, that was me and my I've never dated anybody who don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want. And there was nobody else that if I met nobody else I met who would. I've never met anybody that had a kid. And I'm like, okay, I don't care, because that's not enough time to build anything to even care. It's probably just like if it's someone you meet who don't meet your criteria, it's probably something else that makes that connection where you like, man, I don't care about that, or you don't think about it. And it's just love. Like me and I love my wife so much, and that it put us through. You know, you saw it past all of that.
Yeah. And now y'all got 2 kids of your own, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I like that you said when I asked you how many kids you had, you said I had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you count him as
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I would never want him to feel like I love him any
less.
less.
That's awesome. Another thing, see, that stops me, I think, right now dating is just that with my 2 kids, like, the pregnancies were traumatic. And I meet people that throw in, oh, well, I want to have kids in the future. And I'm just like, breaks real quick. Like, I don't think I want more kids. So I think I would be one of those single moms that probably just dates other single parents, because a lot of times you guys are more on the same wavelength, and not you want to continue expanding your family. And what if I find somebody who's single and I don't want kids, but he wants kids, and you know, like, that's going to be an issue down the line, maybe not right away.
Yeah.
Would you date somebody that has kids also?
I already have, like I said,
okay.
I was baby mama number 3, so when I met him,
right.
I only knew of 1 kid and 1 baby mama. Yeah, that's a whole other story.
You know somebody.
Yeah, you know, he suckered me real good until like a couple months in, I found out about the other kid and the other girl, and I was just like, wait, I already invested. Yeah, you know, he suckered me into it. So.
How long was y'all together before y'all had the first kid?
A year, but we were actually breaking up by that point.
Wow. So you didn't know? Did you not know you were pregnant? Y'all was breaking up, and you found out, or how
I had just found out he had been cheating on me, like August maybe, and I found out I was pregnant like October.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you had 2 kids.
Yeah, the second one, you know, you try to work it out. You try to work it out, you know. We went to go live together and stuff, but you can't change a dog, you know. In my opinion, at least with this particular experience, like, once a dog, always a dog. And then it was just like, he made the 3rd kid, and I was like, bye. And I was just like, little dumbass there, like, oh, damn, I'm pregnant again. Fuck.
He got you.
Yeah, he got me real good. He got me real good. But, you know, I can't fully put the blame on him because, you know, I walked alongside him, so, you know, it was my bad too, but, yeah.
So back to my question that I ain't feeling good answer for.
No,
if you wait that year and then finally introduce them and they don't get along, what do you do? Because you're already in love with the dude, and obviously you love your kids, so do you break up with the dude to make your kids happy because they don't like him, or do you tell the dude, like, what did you do?
First, try to see if maybe I can find a way, because sometimes it's just aversion to a new person. Because I've seen it with my older brother, like, he was a single father.
Wait. They're just burning rubber outside for the record, so that's what that was.
And he met his current partner now when my nephew was maybe, he was in elementary. He just graduated onto middle school. He's like 13.
I missed it because of who we talking about?
My brother.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. And like I said, my nephew was maybe like 6 when he met this girl that he's with now.
Okay.
And it worked out pretty well for them.
They're still together now?
Yeah, they're still together, and they're actually about to have their first kid together.
Oh, that's lit. Okay.
So, I mean, I've seen the side where it does work out. Sometimes it's just getting them used to each other.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work after that, then obviously I'm gonna.
How much time do you think you'll give it trying to make it, like, what, like, I don't know, what would you like, plan trips together and stuff, trying to, like...
Yeah, little, like, outings and see how their chemistry is together and stuff.
I mean, it's hard to put just like a timeline on that. A lot of this stuff is just going with
the flow of things, see how things work. Because eventually, like, sometimes kids will because I've seen it, even kids with other kids, they don't want to play with each other. They don't know each other.
Yeah, a lot of girls be like, oh, I didn't like her when I first met her, but now we're best friends. Like,
Story of my life.
What if you know your kids are like stubborn, and they just, for whatever reason, will not accept this new person?
Like every time you leave, like, I don't like
you. Do you stay? Do you, even though, like, even after trying to, like, find new ways to get them
together? That's tough. I would have to see if they had. I don't even know how to answer that. That's very. I would have to be there in I guess, to be able to see how I would react, because I could easily say like, oh well, I wouldn't be with that person, but I don't really know, you know.
Yeah, because I know people. I won't say any names.
And name drop, fuck it. No.
I know people that they've had like 3 kids, and they both, the man and the woman have kids, but one side has older kids, and they're like
not having it.
Even after 5 years, even after marriage, they're like, no.
Damn.
And like, not all of them, like the 2 of them are like, they accept them. The other one still, they just clash. And it's kind of hell. You know what I mean? But they stayed, they stayed together and they're married now. But it's hard. You have to really judge it.
That'll always put a strain on their marriage, as long as that issue with that other child. Because even if he loves the kid just the same, but if like you said, if that kid is making it an issue, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're teens. They're pretty like grown.
But sometimes you have to take into factor too, though, because sometimes teenagers, they just want to rebel.
Yeah,
no specific reason.
I think that's the worst time to get into a relationship with somebody. They're already in
the teen
Not
years.
that you can choose, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I chose to be like single with my kids when they're teens. It's hard, but I think that's probably the worst time.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But things like teenagers that be out here.
That is true.
I know, like, there's coworkers I have who have grown. Like, they got kids who are, 30 years old, grown on their own, but they don't like their the spouse's new husband.
Yeah.
So they don't get to come over to the house because what she said was like, and I agree, like, y'all grown, y'all 30, you don't get to come and fuck up the rest of my life.
That's right. That's right.
You don't want to get along with him. When I come see you, I'll come see you, but even if you come to our house, you gotta respect him. Like, it's really. A lot of this is just making it happen. Just like anything, like you got a relationship that's a long distance one, you do what you gotta do. Because I bet I've always thought, like, I don't know, if you knock my zip code, that's gonna be rough.
my grandfather used to say, it's a Spanish saying, amor de lejos es para pendejos, like, people who have long distance relationships is for fools, basically, what it translates into.
I was in a 5-year.
Long distance?
Look how that turned out, guys. She came over here like, I'm single.
Well, yeah, I mean, it ended for different reasons, but it wasn't because our relationship was bad. It was just different things. But that's not the topic.
Yeah, we're getting off topic.
Dating with kids.
Just like there's always, and you'll be willing to put up with different things.
Right, it depends on the person.
Yeah, you gotta run and you gotta play it by ear and see how it goes.
I feel like for me, I was gonna say it's fucking sad, but I don't know, like, you gotta be fine as hell to even get me to be like.
Contemplate.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like, would you? And the thing is, you're not gonna do it for a weak gender.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna do it for some random ass girl. Like if you like,
but for you the answer is yes, because if it's
no, it's mostly no. It's like situation because
it's mostly.
What if you guys brought the same amount of stuff to the table? Because I feel like sometimes for the other person who doesn't have kids, it's like, well, what if she just wants me because she wants me to pay half the bills?
Oh, never. No, she ain't gonna get me. I'm cheap. So she gonna get me. But for me in general relationships, I have to, like, I feel like one of the reasons why I'm single too is because I'm waiting for a girl that I'm obsessed with. I really want to like her a lot, outside and inside, like, beauty on both sides.
You want to like her, you want to love her?
Yeah, she answered the question though.
Well, I'm gonna end up loving her, but I have to be attracted to you to even want a relationship with you. And I don't want just a girl who, she cool, like, I want a girl I think is beautiful on the outside and in. So I feel like that would be easier to find with even though I don't want a girl with a kid, that would be easier to find with a girl who has a kid, because girls who have kids, I feel like, don't play as many games because they got back, like, they don't have the time, like, you don't got time to be sitting around playing games with everybody if you got kids. Like, I'm just like, you got kids anyway, I'm gone for you.
I don't know, bro. I can't even agree with that.
Girls with kids versus a girl with no kids. The girls with no kids gonna play games all day long because they can do what they want. But you have kids, you don't have that luxury of just playing around and flaking and just doing
if the woman is mature though, because some women who have kids a bunch and they still act like they're 15 years old.
You got a conception of a woman with kids is like tied down, and the spectrum is so different depending on, is this woman with kids, does she make money, does she have a support group, does she have family? The relationship is completely different if the child's father is in a relationship and the child's father is not.
Definitely, that's another
Is
factor.
that person, because there's people who, I don't know, beginning, me and Tamika dating, like, when we dated the first year, we never, I didn't really go out. I probably went out with her son, with my son, when I say at that time, son, maybe like it didn't happen like that till a little bit later. I was there if I come to the house and hang out. Oh yeah, the baby is there, but if we go out on a date, it was
y'all two.
Yeah. And dynamic too is, I had a place, she had her own place. So it's not like, watch the kids, somebody watch it, I'm gonna come out and hang out, We're gonna go out, we're gonna make plans, we weren't living together. So we're gonna make plans, like, all right, just like Friday, she had good support, she had a support system there.
Yeah.
If she didn't, like, I gotta find someone's kid, I gotta pay a babysitter.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
trying
like,
to hear all that.
yeah, it's like dating a girl with no car. There's no problem if you have no car if you can afford Uber.
Yeah.
If you can afford Uber, then
It's a problem.
it's
Yeah.
a whole nother, the dynamic changes. It's just that, just like you take regular dating, which is already
Complicated.
Man,
complicated.
that shit.
And now let's do physics on top of that. That's what it is, but it can work, but it ain't easy.
Yeah,
I also think, I just want to say, because you said, girls or women with kids don't play as many games, but I think that's true. I think that's true, but I think there's also another side or another brand of games that can be played.
oh shit, I ain't got time for none of them.
I'm not saying that happens
Yeah.
in every situation, but I think
No, probably, but I for sure feel like your options less. It's gonna sound fucked up, but you have less options once you have a kid because everybody not willing to deal with that.
You're right. You're right.
So I for sure think girls know that. They be like, well, shit, I ain't finna sit around here just playing with anybody because I want to find somebody who's
I throw the kid card right away when I'm trying to curb somebody. Like, oh, I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids, and it works.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
See?
okay. And I use it on purpose sometimes because I'm so.
because you know it's gonna turn some dudes off. Like, yeah.
And plus, like you said, you're trying to be careful about who you want to
Around my kids, yeah.
So,
I throw the card.
No, I do
That's messed up. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like when you don't have kids. What do you say? You're at the club with your friend. Oh, we're lesbians,
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Sometimes it's like,
You just gotta find your way
kid
out.
card.
Yeah.
Kid card. It works sometimes.
Or somebody following you around the store. I'm black. That's why you doing it. Like, you gotta throw the race card out there. But as much as I don't know, like the girl who I went out with, she was a great girl. She was beautiful, this and that, and that was like part of the reason why I was just in my head, just even thinking about could I.
Contemplating it, yeah.
But I mean, well, she was from Belgium anyway, so she wasn't gonna come back. But I was just thinking, could I really date somebody who has a kid? I don't know. If you're really pretty and a nice girl or something like that, I'm more likely to be open to it. Because, I want a pretty girl and, you might have my kids one day. I want some pretty kids. But if you're just out here, it's just some random ass girl with kids and I don't like you like that, no, because it would be hard enough to date you on your own.
You
And
don't
plus
want
the
all that
kids.
extra
Like,
trying to date a random girl on your own.
yeah. So I need to, and I'm 27, I'm gonna be 30 soon. I'm trying to start a family from scratch. So.
We're in the pushing 30s club.
Yeah, don't speculate on No, but like I want a family from scratch. Like, I want to be with you for a while, travel with you, get to know you, blah blah blah, and then you pregnant, pushing out my baby. So
I think that's another thing, is another reason why I wouldn't date somebody with kids, because I'm not ready to take on that responsibility. Because if I do make that decision to date somebody with kids, I want to actually be there and create on that. You know what I mean? I don't want to just half-ass it. I want to actually be somebody that kid I can get close to and they can talk to and help raise them.
And it is taking on responsibility, just like you said.
I'm not
Like
ready for that.
that's a whole other responsibility to take on.
Yeah.
Because now you walk into it, it's just 2 people dating.
Right.
You thug it out. You get married. Like I went from boom, single to family of 3. And it's like
it's real.
And then I
you take everything that comes.
Yep.
What was I about to say? Oh, I had a nice little point. Forgot what the hell it was. Ooh, damn! I really lost
My
it.
mom would say that's a lie. Whatever was gonna come out of my mouth.
No, I think it was like a question, but I forgot what it was about dating with kids. It's gonna be a joke. I was gonna say, have Malachi ever said like, my dad, or anything crazy like that? Like when you like probably like barely some years into it, and he like, no, I'm not listening. Like, you're not my dad.
See, the thing that just the advantage for me, and I feel like I had, is that I was with him since he was so.
That he doesn't see
Yeah.
He see you as a damn
That's the
brother.
difference.
And
That's the
his
difference.
dad was never. His dad was a part of his life for a little bit, and then he just really fell back a lot, like completely, like
Yeah.
not. So he's really had me.
I'm sorry they brought him over again. These people are idiots.
They think that nothing figures.
It's crazy.
So that dynamic would shit. And if you would say something like that, I would know it's just. You
Anger.
might just anger to her.
Yeah.
Kids ain't,
Yeah.
you know, kids ain't stupid. There's people who, you know who your daddy is. We ain't worth shit.
Right.
That ain't your dad. Like, it, you know.
Now you gonna say that to me now, but how you gonna eat tonight? So you better not bite the hand that feeds you. It's gonna come and bite you.
Your daddy not buying you sneakers,
Right. Like say that next time you need something.
We'll remember that.
Yeah. But
That's hilarious.
But that's that whole part of like, you know, because it goes into, it's like expedites everything. That intensity of a relationship, you know, you dating, you get married, then because even when you're married, that's one relationship. Then when you have kids, it's a whole nother.
it's like everything start over. Like this is brand new for
It's
us.
a whole nother dynamic. Everything changes. You gotta be strong because there's no time. Like there's no time. Or there's a lot less time because all your energy in the early stages go towards, you know,
Making sure that baby.
The
making sure the
survival,
baby's good.
yeah.
Like I'll tell you, it was so easy because my son, when he was older, but we didn't have any of our kids. We was moving, travel, we could do whatever we want. Like, oh, mom, tell you, like, I got 8-month-old and a 3-year-old. It's like
You can't do all that no more.
You
Yeah.
can't do that. So you got a lot of things. You just change how you move.
And that's not for everyone. You know, some people can handle it, some people can't.
Some
Kids
people
make
People
and break
get
it.
There's people getting relationships, and once they get married and have kids, it fucks up the whole. Once you have kids, you can see how it can. If you're not ready, some people think they're ready for a kid in a relationship. They're not. That's why some couples that they think, oh, nah, let me date, this is good, let's have a baby. Other people, let's have a baby to save a relationship, and that's like the worst
Worst thing you
possible
can do.
time to have one. You kind of got to be at your strongest.
Or to trap somebody.
Oh, she just gonna be a single mom. No, I'm playing.
Guys trap too though.
Yeah,
I
heard that at the
That's
barbershop.
He's like, I wonder if I would trap.
Tell it. I was at the barbershop. The dude, I guess he been trying to get this girl for a long time, for years.
Wait, trying to get her as a girlfriend, or trying to get her pregnant?
I was trying to mess with her. It was just like, man, I've been pressing her for years. It was just like, you know, I bought her gifts and stuff on her birthday. He was like, now she messed with the boy. He was like talking like this. He was like, I messed with her one time. It's on me. I took the rub. I was
Oh my god.
everybody was like, whoa.
So did he get her pregnant?
I don't know if he got her pregnant,
but he took it off.
Trying
He's
to.
trying.
That's
Oh my
funny.
God, that's
Hell,
horrible.
that's funny.
To say that with such conviction in the college barbershop, I was like, yo, niggas might not be shit.
That's funny. That was episode 7. I just can't be taking the condom off on girls either.
It's like-
That's a whole other. Like, cause
Oh,
I can't trust you. I don't know.
Bro, you gotta watch out. Bro, I work in the hospital. That monster is real.
What's going rampant right now? Gonorrhea, syphilis? Is both of them HPV?
AIDS.
Oh, AIDS. Oh shit. I know it was like that.
AIDS is still
Oh,
alive
that's
and well, bro.
That is scary.
Motherfuckers act like they don't know. You die out
Yeah.
That
Anyway. Well, I guess it just, all in all, depends on the situation.
Look at you trying to wrap up the show and shit. No, I'm playing. You right.
That's it, folks.
No, stop. No, but all in all, you know, it's just up to you as a person if you can handle being with somebody who got kids and all that come with that. Because if you're trying to Netflix and chill on Friday night, you gotta be like, you know, you gotta be open to the fact that they might say, nah, I can't. Cause
somebody might walk out the room.
Yeah.
Get your Netflix and chill on.
I gotta watch Little Bobby tonight. I can't. Or just all the like I'm
the last minute. My sister can't.
Yeah, that I can't deal
Or
with
my
that.
kid came down with the flu because it happens. I'm trying to go out with my friends, and then my kids like both with the flu last minute. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Like,
It
oh,
happens.
they got diarrhea right now. I can't do, you know.
And then people think you're just making an excuse, and then the kid's really like in the corner and just leaving a little trail everywhere.
Oh my,
Like,
that's so nasty. See, I can't. I ain't even changed the diaper. I've never changed the diaper. I'm not ready for no kids. I can't.
I got the experience on for my nephew, so my time I came along.
I think girls do like just from having nephews and stuff like that. They have that I never changed a diaper in my life. I don't even.
Yeah, because my brother changed. I have another brother who has no kids, and he changed just as many diapers as I did. And one time I left him with my daughter, and I come back and her diaper's on backwards.
Yeah.
I was like, how does this happen?
I think I would know that part, but I just don't.
You have to have a strong stomach for it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
It comes with a lot right now.
It's a whole.
Was you changing
it's a
Malachi
whole
diapers when he was
other-
little? Or you wasn't that close with him back then?
Yeah. Wait. I don't think I had to. Like even now.
Probably he was already like, oh.
My wife does a lot.
Mhm.
I change the baby's diaper. I'm watching the baby, but she
Takes care of the family.
takes care of the family.
Yeah, shout out to Tamika.
Shout out to her.
Hi, Tamika.
Hello. She's out there. Tamika.
Nah, shit, that's it. I don't know. Ain't no point in stringing along for nothing. I think we covered everything.
Pretty much.
This was the shortest one, but it was probably because it was straight to the point. Like, just boom. I can't get anybody with no kids. Girl, get on. No. But, that's it. Y'all got any closing words or want to shout out? Y'all want to give her anything?
No, I mean, I think it's just what you're willing to put up with, and if the person is special enough, then go for it. But if you're not ready, don't get into something that you can't
And I personally
follow through.
want to give an apology to Alexi's boyfriend that came on here. She said she was single, so I'm sorry she did that to you.
Sorry,
You could have edited that out.
He's just throwing
I don't
it in that.
they go up just like this. So. That's funny though. But yeah, that's it. Just I would just say subscribe to the podcast on the podcast app or Google Play Music, whatever you got. Subscribe on YouTube because I'm gonna be putting these up on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, @richreally_out_here. And that's all I got. I'll see y'all next week with another episode. And this one is probably gonna go up very soon after another one because I owed this episode to y'all like this was supposed to have been out. So that's all I got. Thanks for listening. Peace. Boom.